Hey y'all, it's Crystal from Crystal Design. Today we're going to make the Elisa Earwarmer, and this is a super bulky earwarmer, so it works up super quick. I love these for quick gifts for teachers, friends, and of course to put on before my walk in the morning when it's cold to keep those ears warm. Okay, let's grab your 10mm hook and your number 6 yarn and get started. I'm using Lion Brand's Wool Ease Thick and Quick. It's a number 6 yarn. You can use any number 6 yarn. And my 10mm size N crochet hook. Double check that you're using a 10mm because sometimes they're labeled different letters. All right, for this earwarmer, we're going to start with a chain of 10, which is going to be our width. To adjust the width, you can crochet to any even number, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 to make it wider or narrower. All right, when I have 10, I'm going to turn it over and work under the back loops of the chains for my row 1. So we're going to single crochet in the second chain from our hook. Now, the turning chain there that we skipped is going to count as a stitch. So we are going to mark it. There's the chain one that we skipped. So we are going to mark it so that we remember to work into it for this pattern. So you want to pull it away there, so we'll go in that space. Now we'll chain 1. We're going to skip this chain and single crochet in the following one. Now that's our repeat. Chain 1, skip 1 chain, single crochet in the next. This is our last chain here, the row. This is our slip knot that we started with, so we're not working into that. Okay, so if we count back our stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then we're counting the turning chain that we skipped as our 10th stitch. Now we're going to turn our work. We're ready for row 2. Chain 1. We're going to skip this first single crochet because our chain 1 is going to count as our stitch, so I'll continue to mark it to help me remember. And we are going to work into the front loop of the next stitch. So here is the loop that's closest to me. If I look at the top of the stitch, both of these are the top of the stitch, front loop, back loop. We're going to go under up into the center of the stitch, so we're only going under that front loop there. We're making a single crochet in that front loop, and then we're going to chain 1. Skip the next single crochet, and then repeat that across. Front loop, single crochet in the next, chain 1, skip 1, front loop, single crochet in the next, chain 1, skip 1, front loop, single crochet in the next, chain 1, skip 1, work into the skip chain, the turning chain there. I'm going to take that stitch marker out, and I'm going to treat it just like a regular stitch. It has 2 loops just like our single crochet, so we're going to go under the front loop there. and single crochet under that front loop of the turning chain. We count back our stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then our turning chain 1 is our 10th stitch. Turning. So here's our turning chain, and you can see the back loop and the front loop when we're looking at it from this side. So if I move the stitch marker to the front loop of that turning chain, and I'll remember to do that, it'll be super easy to find. And I'll know exactly where to put my hook. All right, so for row 3, chain 1, I'll be turning, so I'll go back here, and that'll be the front loop when we're on that side of our work. Mark that one like that. Skip that first single crochet, and in this chain 1, we are going to front loop single crochet in that chain 1 space, chain 1 loop, chain 1, and skip the single crochet in the front loop of that chain, chain 1, skip, single crochet in the front loop of that chain. Keep repeating across. Now that brings us to our turning chain 1. Remove our stitch marker, work in under the front loop of that turning chain 1 to finish the row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Turning chain is 10. So once you're used to looking for that front loop turning chain and you don't feel like you need to mark it anymore, you can stop marking it. But until then, if you're having trouble finding that or remembering, I recommend using the stitch marker. Okay, so now we just have the 1 row repeat of row 3. So you'll repeat that row we just did. If you would like to make 0 to 3 months baby size, work 20 rows or until it's about 13.5 inches long. Baby 3 to 6 months, work 21 rows or 14 inches long. Baby 6 to 12 months, work 23 rows or 15.5 inches long. Toddler, work 26 rows or 17.5 inches long. Child size, work 29 rows or 19.5 inches long. Tween, small adult, work 30 rows or 20 inches long. And medium and large adult size, work 33 rows or 22 inches long. So we're working in the front loop of all the chain spaces, skipping those single crochets, making a chain 1 in between, and working in our turning chain. Just keep repeating that until you have met the length for your size, and then I'll meet you back here to show you how to seam it together. Okay, once your ear warmer rectangle is to the length you need for your size, it's time to cut the yarn and pull it through the last stitch. You want to leave a long enough tail to sew this width down. And so I usually recommend double that for sewing, and then you need your little bit to weave in. So I'm going to pull that through here and thread my yarn needle. So I'll fold the short ends in half. This is the long edge, this is the short edge. So I'll match those up. And then I'm going to, you could just seam it like this for a fine circle, or you could sew on buttons and then button them together there. I'm going to show you how to do the twisted ear warmer. So we put the short ends together, and then we're going to fold those in half, the double fabric like that. So you'll have 4 layers that we'll need to sew through. So I'll start first by going through all 4 layers here. I'm going to go behind and under this stitch, and I'm placing it right where I would put my hook. And here, this is my starting chain, my first row. And here we're going to go under the stitch right before the slip knot there. And I'm going to go here in the turning chain under there. Pull that through all 4 layers snugly, not too tight. We'll weave this in at the end. And then now you're just going to work back and forth zigzag. Just making sure to go under 4 layers. So on the end here, I'm going to kind of go back and forth that way a little and back through here. Okay, and then now we're just weaving away our ends, which we can do through any layer. Then you're going to turn it right side out and trim those ends. And here you have your cute little twist.